Okay, this one seems to be alright for now, at least. Hopefully it stays that way. So, Miami, New York, Ontario, and now we're on to Atlanta. And that seems to be finally be a stable server. Yeah, just give me all the money, required to make that streaming service. It always bugs me. People are like, we need a, like, especially with problems with YouTube. They're cracking down, doing all sorts of crazy stuff. They're like, we need an alternative to YouTube. I'm like, okay, great. You have the money for that? Because it's going to take a lot of money. And something tells me you don't. I can go to the bathroom. Best game ever. 10 out of 10. That was an objective, apparently. I just completed something here. Somebody finally hear me. Very special. Name is Belle. I'm a fairy and I watch over the toilets in here. Okay. Oh yes, you definitely can, but I mean, can you do it in Death Stranding? Sure, you can. But can you do it in, like, a Japanese game on the Switch? Give me some, sure. Yeah. Don't have friends in Twitch, unfortunately. Not yet. Haven't made any connections there. Here's toilets now appropriate blessed. Here's a gift for... I don't think I want to take any gifts from somebody in a toilet. It's kind of like, I'm going to take a dump. Don't take it. That's the actions of an insane person. You want to leave whatever you're putting in there. Don't take it with you. Oh no, not again! A special human who can hear me. So to get toilet paper, I have to go to the bathroom. Yes, and make sure you just don't write your name on it. You want to carve it in there like a psychopath. Oh, it stops me from going to the men's room. Alright, so medical office. It's on the main floor. The resting medic. Oh, so I'm on the main floor, never mind. I'm sure she licked them clean.
My head!
Inter the comic relief.
You must be the new recruit I've heard so much about.
I have a southern accent for no reason.
Meet your partner. You can call me Lappy. We're gonna be best friends. As a police dog, it's my job to spread safety awareness.
And you're an everywhere to mark where I've been. It's my territory.
But that's not all. I've got one more really important job.
Or Smokey the Bear. Or Smacky the Frog. That's a good question. I wonder if she does speak Kansai dialect.
Say, partner, ready to learn a few new tricks?
Probably not. It's a possibility, but sure.
This here is the training room. All neuron training is handled by computer simulation, so you can train on your own 24 hours a day. Everyone here trains really hard, especially Alan and Jen. Training's part of the job too, you know.
Smacking the Frog is like the forest fighting fire representative mascot for like the UK.
Just remembered I still got
At least it used to be many years ago. I don't know if that still is the case.
I mean, cars
Up, here comes Twitch servers.
A whole
Crapping out again.
mountain of cars to chase, speeding cars, yeah.
Nope, they're back.
I'll be back to show you around the station soon. I promise. And hey, I'll let you in on one super convenient secret before I go. Come on, lean in.
Alright, shortcut menu. Press R to display the shortcut menu while jump to a location, but R also heals you. Same thing that crouch is the same button that makes you run. There are plenty of unused buttons on this controller, but they keep making you reuse the same ones. Yeah, we're gonna go somewhere, I don't know, man. It's like, they're having all sorts of problems tonight.
Secret shortcut. You can zip around the station in a flash. Well, old Lappy will be back in a jiff, partner. Enjoy your training.
There better be a way I can get that suit, because I have to run around and fight crime in that. I want to go to the training room. Here I am! Yeah, a lot of people like this song, apparently. Is there a Mexican server? I don't think so. There's South American servers, which I really would not advise connecting to. But yeah, it's like there's North American, European, you know, all throughout the United States and different places. So since I'm up in Erie, Pennsylvania, I usually go and try to connect to like Ontario, which is like right across the lake from me, which is usually a really rock solid connection. But even they were tanking out. New York City was garbage. Chicago was as well. Atlanta's somewhat holding. I've only dropped about 107 frames, but we'll see. But hang tight, everybody, for right now. I need to run to the restroom real quick. I'll just leave this music playing here. I'll still give you the BRB screen, but I'll be right back in a second. Give me Hogan's Alley and we got a deal. But of course you need to have like a light gun for that though. Although technically, I guess you could use one of the Joy-Cons, but... So I can run through the exit, but I can't. Got it.
Congrats on becoming a Legionist. Not just anyone can do it, you know.
Except for you, you just kind of showed up and we gave it to you, so...
With the help of this special program courtesy of the Commander. Choose a training program, partner. Okay. Oh yeah, I sent you a Legatus update. Don't forget to check it out. We've added a whole new special menu just for you, Legionist.
Looks like you've got the hang of your Legion.
No, I just wanted to switch to language options.
I mean, if it were me, I'd be using that thing to try and save Dad right about now.
Oh, aren't you just a little whiner?
Can't believe the Commander. He's so obsessed with chimeras. He hardly notices Dad's gone. But Dad's still alive out there. I know he is.
No, I'm pretty sure he's dead. Give your Legion gene and material codes from chimeras to strengthen it. Okay. I can assign skills. Neat.
Iris, start Iris, shut down.
It goes by the system default, so I'd have to change my switch to Japanese? Because it won't let me change it. Unless it's like something you have to like unlock when you beat the game or something. So right now it's kind of locked out, so... Let's see, is there a way? Let's see, system settings... System language, okay. Let's do it. I'm just wondering, like, then if it's going to switch the game as well into Japanese. Hajime, that works as well. Begin. Alright, so it actually does go dependent upon your system, which is kind of interesting to learn. I mean, it's like, so why give you the options? It's just bizarre. It's like, okay, it's like, well, if you insist upon it, like, sure, you have the option to switch your languages, but we want you to change it's whatever it's dependent upon in the system itself. So that's just bizarre. We'll load it up. Yeah, we're not going to change the playstyle. Yes, I want to keep doing casual. Casual is like the normal mode. But where is it going to load me is the question. Like either back in training or... Okay, so I'm at the start of the basement. We'll see if I run into Nope, she's still there, so... I just want to see what if her changes her voice or not. Yeah, like what dialect she has.
Congrats on becoming a Legione.
Are you kidding me?
Not just anyone can do it, you know. Let me explain a bit about your new abilities with the help of this special program courtesy of Choose a
What? Excuse me? Yes, exit out of training. I know you're saddened by it there, then I have to listen to my brother blame me for letting my dad die. Our dad die. What if there's like, I wonder if there's an option I need to switch now that I have access to it? Okay, yeah, I know all about that here now, so... Not that.
Shut down.
Yeah, the game's like, we know you're a weeb. Controls. Yeah, it's like, we know you aren't Japanese. So controls, but unless I went too far. No, that's the options for it. So... Yeah, it's like, I'm not seeing language either. So I know this is load. Talking about saves, return to title. And this is like your controller. This seems to be controller. Well, wait a second. The bottom was controller and this is controller. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's the option. Okay. I think it was audio? No, this is the language right here. So it's still... Voice is English. I can't change it. So I'm wondering if this is like... if it's... Like, maybe it's an unlockable? Because I heard something is unlocked when you beat the game. But it's weird that they'd have the option to switch language just like that. So I have my Switch set to Japanese. So my question is then, like, when you play, if you're Japanese, if you have a 100% Japanese Switch, like an import from Japan, or you're in Japan playing, like, do you have it like Bayonetta where the voices are in English by default? So that's kind of interesting to learn. Alright, so we'll put the Switch back to English. Yes. Nope, I hit the wrong button. Restart. So that's an interesting find. Yeah, I didn't look at it hard enough. I was like, yeah, let's go by automatic. Usually it's like yes or no, and this one's like, oh, this is going to be a little more complex. And switch it up on me. Just to trip me up. French, yeah, no. So, most languages, of course, are like spoken necessities. French is a written language, which is everyone's like, duh, but like, no, seriously, it is like, is based upon somebody wrote it down and said, hey, we should make this into spoken language. And that runs into many problems. This is why you have like Lamaux. Lumux? No, it's Lemo. We're gonna have an X, like, we're just ignore everything after a certain point. It's like, oh my god, this is like, it's a brutally hard to learn. If you speak English already, easiest languages to learn are Spanish and Italian. Second hardest is probably, and then like getting a little harder is going to be definitely French and German. They're a little bit more harder to kind of grasp. German definitely has a lot of slang currently. But it helps out also because English borrows a lot of German, like unused German, like adjectives and adverbs and things of that nature already, so it's not too much of a big thing there for it. And like the hardest one by far is Mandarin and Cantonese. Those are just brutal for English speakers. Russian as well, like Germanic languages, are a little bit trickier. But French is just, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you start to study. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm having problems with this already. Yeah, it's all the tonality. Because I learned how to cook Szechuan food, and my teacher was, of course, from China, and she tried to teach me a couple different things there, so, I still retained a little bit of it, but oh my gosh, yeah, it's like, she'd say the same word. I could swear it was twice, but she put a different tone on it, and her son could pick up on it, because he spoke Mandarin no problem. But I was like, huh? So, yeah, people say, like, Japanese is really hard to learn, like, vocally, like, the speaking part was a lot easier for me. Like I said, reading is what's beating me into the ground. It's like, I am, like, kindergartner can read better than I can. But yeah, I picked up Japanese, like, ridiculously quick. Because it's like, numbers, counting is brutal as in English, but in Japanese, it's easy. It's just whatever number you have plus the next one. It's like, wow, that's simple. There's no plurals, so instead of saying, I'll be there in 2 weeks, it's like, I'll be there in 2 weeks. It's like, wow, this is easy. Yeah, sentence structure is what you gotta change around your head, and that's why I tell people, think like Yoda, and that really helps. Yeah, you put the subject, like of who you're talking to, the object of who you're talking to at the end of the sentence, so you don't know who it's about if you're talking to somebody until you drop it at the second. It's like, oh, okay. Quick, go over there! Hero was like, oh, got it. Okay, now I know who we're talking about. Alright, sync attacks.
Okay, partner, let's start the program.
During a combo, your goddess might flash. Press OK to perform a sync attack. Neat! It might flash. Hopefully it's a color I can see.
Dual attack with both you and your legion. While you and your legion are fighting an enemy, keep an eye out for a bright flash. If you give your legion an order right then, the two of you will sync up for a powerful dual attack. First, try a string of regular attacks. At the end, you'll see the flash I was talking about. When you do, send in your legion. Practice and get the timing down right.
Okay, so it's painfully obvious. Got it.
Now just remember that timing and make it work for you in battle.
And your hair goes all anime.
That's all for this program. What's up next?
That's what we gotta love anime. Like, back, way back in the day, you can probably still find them some places. There was, like, the laws of anime. And one of the things was, like, was that any color of the spectrum can be a hair color. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's in the visible spectrum, it's a hair color. You also had, like, great ones, like the entire body is, like, the average human body contains, like, 10 gallons of blood under extremely high pressure. It's like, yeah, that's a good one, too. Yeah, here it is. Law 18, Law of Hemoglobin Capacity. The human body contains over 12 gallons of blood, sometimes more, under high pressure. I wrote one. I don't know if it ever got added in, because I actually contacted the guy who had this whole thing going through. He actually made it to 100. But it was, like, basically talking about anything fast-moving over pavement will suspend gravity for that object. So, like, if you have a tank moving over a fast road, you're going to have, like, parts of the road lift up and just stop in slow motion. No, don't end training. I used to the switches controls again. Okay. Ooh, I have the Metal Gear Rising slashing.
Different types of Legion have different special abilities that you can use now. The Sword Legion can slash right You never know when that might come in handy. Let's try it out. When there are multiple energy currents, you'll have to cut through them all at the same time. Line up your Legion's blade just right.
You've played Metal Gear Rising. We did that game too, right? Oh my, so instead of the right stick, it's the left. Okay.
You've got it. If you find
Pardon
energy
me.
currents out in the field or the astral plane, give them a sniff and see what happens. Next, let's try a counter slash. Chimera attacks are a kind of current too. With the right timing, you can slice right through them and counterattack. Chimeras are pretty fast, so you'll have to focus. Focus hard and you'll get a good look at how they move. Give it a shot. That was great! A counter slash could be just the thing to turn a bad situation.
Except for it's kind of wonky, it plants you right in place, and battles tend to be very hectic, so that might not come into play very often. We'll see.
Take advantage of that with this next trick. Take a look at those two objects in front of you there. These are simulations of astral matter, straight from the astral plane. They react to Legion attacks, but not if you just hit them one at a time. Weird, huh? Figured it out yet? That's right. You've got to hit them both at once. That's where the Sword Legion comes in. Line up the Legion's blade angle to slash through both in a flash. Try it out.
Okay, so I still have camera control. That's what I was kind of wondering. Oh boy, and cameras. And in this mode, for whatever reason, the controls are reversed.
Fantastic, partner. Now, to be honest,
Yeah, so it's opposite of this. It goes inverted for whatever reason.
matter like that actually does. So, if you come across it in the astral plane, try it out and let us know what happens. That's all for this program. Okay, partner, let's start the program. You can have the Legion pull you to its position to cover distance.
Careful, it might pull your arm out of the socket or completely off your body.
Give it a try. In this training program,
What in tarnation?
only move by chain jumping, okay? First, move your Legion into the circle. Then bring yourself in with a chain jump. I'll put out more and more circles, so keep chain jumping. Oh,
Good
so
job.
close. Give it another try, partner. I know you. First, move your output.
Okay, so you gotta have it in there because it'll move out of the way. Okay, so I was thinking like, well, it's gonna drop me before, but it moves out.
Chain jumping can help you get to areas you can't reach on your own. I'll bet you think you can only move straight ahead with chain jumps, huh? Not so, partner. If you hook the chain around a pillar, you can curve your jump. Hey,
You can whip your velocity and more dangerously into lethal objects. Yeah. Come back to me.
That's it. Boy,
We don't know how that action just didn't simply kill you or give you a massive concussion from slamming you into the pole, but physics.
That's all for this program. What's up next? Okay, partner.
Hey, Mollusk, how's the game so far? Not that great. it's gonna definitely take some adjusting to, but this game has problems. Whenever, like, the things that I was talking about in the Discord that I was really afraid were gonna happen have pretty much come true. Whenever you have a game where you control two people at once, you're going to be sacrificing things. My biggest problem with this is the camera. Just basically, you know, you sometimes have control over it, sometimes not. Like, especially when you have your Legion out, you lose all control, you're just locked forward. And the other big thing is attacking. You start attacking somebody, and the game just suddenly decides you're not going to keep attacking that person, and you're supposed to be attacking somebody halfway across the map, or the battlefield where you're at. And it will automatically switch the camera to that as well. It's like, so it'll start rotating around where you're still trying to fight the one guy you have. Or I'll circle somebody up and chain them up, and I want to go attack that person. The game's like, nope, attack somebody else now. They're bound up. They can't do anything. It's like, I want to kill that person. Why are we doing this? So it's like the game is like trying to play itself for you, but I want to have full control over my actions and what I'm doing. If I'm attacking one guy only, I want to make sure that I attack that person. You know, instead of just like the game deciding, well, you landed 2 hits, go hit somebody else over here, let's go fight this guy across the other side of the map. It's got issues. So things you can probably adjust to, I mean, but coming from games like Ninja Gaiden series, Bayonetta, of course, when you're attacking that person, like, you have more control over your character. In this game, it's like, just give up that control, let the game do what it wants, and just play along, which is kind of frustrating. Send Legion, add a target. So basically, you actually need to hit L to make it do that. It's lying.
Even use chain jumps to attack.
Yeah, so hopefully it gets better soon. I doubt they're going to issue any type of like quality patches to like fix things like this or address any issues. Like, you can't map your own buttons, which is like bizarre because every single Platinum game pretty much lets you map your buttons any way you want, just about. It keeps making you do things repeatedly, like, oh, R will teleport you, but R also cures you as well, and also brings up your mini-map location, and also brings up your item wheel. There are multiple buttons that are not used on this controller. And it's like, what? Why are we still doing the same thing? The button that makes you crouch is also the button that sends you forward in a sprint. It's like, seriously, there's multiple buttons here. Why are we not doing this right? What? Okay, this is not making sense. Okay, so you can do it. You gotta tap it fast. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Like, if you get into a fight in the small room, like I just did the first mission. You're fighting in the subway, like, or a little walkway type deal. The camera got screwed up on that too. Like I said, you lose control of the camera when you have the Legion out as well, so that's another problem.
You'll hit them while you fly through the air. Hook your chain around a bunch of enemies and give them all a knock on the noggin. What a deal! That was great. You can get yourself out of it.
So yeah, it's basically all the things I had fears about have come true, and it's something that I can see why Nintendo was putting embargoes on reviews and people talking about the game in general. Certain things they could and could not talk about, controls was one of the things. And also why they didn't put out a demo like they did with Nier Automata, because that would have let people know exactly what they're getting into. You know, had I not been given this game, I probably still wouldn't have bought it.
See you soon. Oh yeah, I sent you a Legatus update. Don't forget to check it out. We've added a whole new special menu just for you, Legionis.
And now my whiny brother, who's probably not related by blood, so they'll have a romance later on because Japan.
I'd be using that thing to try and save Dad right about now. Can't believe the commander. He's so obsessed with chimeras. He hardly notices Dad's gone. But Dad's still alive out there. I know he is.
No, he's dead. I'm pretty sure he's dead. We also discovered, interestingly enough, I don't know, Mollusk, if you have this game or not, or if you've seen people who've beaten it already, that the language is bound by your Switch itself currently right now. It might be unlocked later once you beat the game, gives you the option to change it. So my Switch is set to English, so everything's there, I can't change it. I switched it to Japanese, jump back into the game, and it's all in Japanese. The voices are still in English. It's like, okay, it still wouldn't let me change it at all. It's like, okay, everything is like system default and language Japanese, audio's all in English. So I'm like, huh, alright, so and I've seen this game in Japanese. There is Japanese language options here, but I just can't I can't access it right now. So I had to go back, restart my Switch, put it back into English, then jump back into the game. It's crazy. Okay, so I have abilities. Got it. Oh, good. The skill tree. I've seen that. Alright. It's like Final Fantasy X all over again. Okay, so what's my gene code? Okay, 283, got it. Have you and the Legion? Yes, please. Screw defense. Go all out on power. And Twitch servers are taken again. Yay, Twitch. Summons Blades. Oh, it's Virgil from DMC. Okay. Okay, so I'm guessing that the R button will do that? Which is the same button which brings up your mini menu, which also heals you. Yeah, we're gonna switch that to L, because L does nothing to my knowledge. Self-destruct. Which is like, makes me laugh because it's like, oh, Nier Automata. Can I do it in the space station and get a secret ending that way? Your shockwave when energy runs out. Stops energy loss for 5 seconds. Half a second? Yeah. So the thing is, like, I don't know exactly... So you have to let the entire energy run out, but... I'm not sure if it's going to, like, let him come back or what, but... Okay, so I don't have enough slots for that, just probably one. Yeah, I only have one slot, so... Nice. Alright then, that decides that. Okay, sort. Here we go. Wow, okay. Medicine. More medicine. This needs like an open all feature. That would be good to have. Legion color slot. I'm betting there's going to be a purple and orange here, or a purple and green. There's has to be an Evangelion one, just because of how much this game borrows and by inspiration, I guess we'll call, from Evangelion.
Again, partner, it's me, Lappy. How's your training coming along?
It's like, you know, I saw you without your head, right?
But now I'm all finished up and ready to resume our tour. Let's try a hands-on approach. I've sent some fun marks to your map. Pick one and head on over. I'll be waiting.
Iris startup.
Yes, fun, quote unquote. Feel a great energy nearby. The Emperor of the Tower, of course I should have seen it. Is this the Star Wars, or is this the Dark Tower series? Yeah. Are you rolling?
Display. Iris, shut down.
Yes. Sit down, have a Pavalier. Read the tarot cards.
This here is where we keep the technical division.
I watch you sleep.
From Ex-Baton upgrades to special gear, if you need that extra edge in combat, they've got you covered.
Oh, if Lappy's here, that can only mean one thing. You're getting the grand tour, huh? Name's Tabitha. Tabitha Bernard. I'm the genius in charge of tuning up and tricking out y'all's gear, especially the Ex-Baton and Legatus. Huh? Wait. Oh, don't tell me. You're not actually taking that Ex-Baton out in the field, are you? Why, it's practically stock. No, that won't do. Wait, I'll get it fixed up for you, or shoot, I would. I forgot I'm all out of material codes. But there's no way I'm letting you walk out of here like that. You might as well be naked.
You can get naked, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ted! He can't hear me. I'll tell you what. I'll start setting up if you'll go get Ted's attention. Tell him you need material codes.
There's a Ted, there should be a Bill. Not a Hattori, a Bill.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I'm just staring directly at your chest instead of your eyes.
Two of my favorite explosions. Ted Garcia, at your service. So, who are you? Oh, right, you're one of the newbies. What can I do you for? Material code.
Okay, his eyes are actually looking up at my character. Okay.
Proper procedure. Gotta keep track of our inventory, yeah?
Yes. Oh yeah, I sell these for free. Don't make much of a profit on them. Ooh, 1G. Heck yes. Somebody's lost their pants. That's disturbing. Somebody's running around without any pants anywhere.
All right, that material code should do it. Now, let me see that X-baton.
Okay. So it's just cost right now, so I guess I have the materials for it. It's got a charge attack, that'd be good. Yeah, we know.
There. Now you can use your X-baton's Gladius configuration. You know, Jin and Captain Max swear by it.
Hopefully you didn't leave him trapped in another dimension to
Forgot I had an
die.
order of his that I never got to deliver.
Yeah.
That camera should have all the upgrades he asked for. Even Chimeras should show up nice and clear now. I even threw in a data card for free, so you can start using it right away.
Wow, nice camera. Hey, let's try it out. Come on, partner. Take my picture.
Then you can send me a picture later of yourself.
Looks like it works. Hang on to it.
Yes,
until
now we're
Max
doing
gets
Fatal
back,
Frame,
okay?
just about.
He'll want to see all the pictures.
Dead Rising.
Okay, partner. See you at the next stop.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I can use it to level up. Okay, so these are like actual missions, so we'll ignore that for now. Still can't go out the exit.
Iris startup.
It's like, why are people dropping medicine everywhere? It's like, you found a Vicodin. What?
Iris shut down.
Visit every floor except for a parking garage. That doesn't count as a floor. Main floor.
This
Try our
is the
exclusive
break room,
burger. How could I
where
not?
dog-tired members of Neuron come to catch their breath. And thanks to Ben, you can get a tasty pick-me-up whenever you need one. Who's Ben, you ask? Why, she's right here. Meet Vendor 3, the diligent dispenser of liquid refreshment. Thanks to her onboard AI, she's always got a kind word. You know, Avery says an energy drink is the best thing before heading out. So even Lappy laps one up every now and then.
Right. What is in the vending machine? It's Kirby! Why can you sell things to a vending machine?
Everything in moderation.
Gasoline jelly. Wow. Astral Blood, I mean Astral Aid. Aid!
Thank you for looking. See you again real soon.
Sanctuary!
This is the restroom. It's for everyone, so make sure you keep it clean. Even I'm house trained after all.
Even though I'm squatting right here, leaving a wonderful gift for you.
Oh, by the way, Shizu says there's some kind of spirit that lives in here. Can you believe that? Oh, I'm sure she's just joking. Right? Right? Suddenly, I feel the need to go sniff the roses. See you later.
No, rules says we have to go together. I'm actually extremely tired. Very beat up. Felt my back slip a little because I had to change the propane tank for the grill. I gotta make dinner, and it turns out my brother drained the entire stuff.
Hurt, are ya?
He had the grill burners on and burned the entire tank out.
Place to go. Dr. Brenda's got enough medicine for everyone at rock bottom prices.
Then I had to go do shopping today, so I had to walk all over Walmart.
Just
And
between you and me,
so I am a wreck and dead tired, exhausted, but I really wanted to stream tonight.
old dog.
I keep saying, like, I'm gonna play this game, but then, like, something comes up and keeps stopping me from doing it.
Look, I'm a Labrador, not a lab rat.
Yeah, they used to experiment on dogs, and they still do.
I've got a lot to do. So see you later. And remember, safety first, and you won't end up in here.
Doesn't care about the area I've already been in there before, I guess.
This here's the Neuron Locker Room. You have a locker too, you know. You can try out all sorts of new hairstyles, clothes, and accessories. Nothing like a little grooming anytime you feel like a change, right? Sometimes even your old pal Lappy likes to change his coat. No peeking, promise. I've gotta get running, but show me the new you later.
Because it said, like, I could change, like, my Legion color, but I don't know how to do that unless it's something that you can do afterwards. Run around here. Okay, here's the terminal.
Bet you're wondering what this is, right? Well, this is the Legatus terminal. If you connect your Legatus, you can change your Legion's colors or perform maintenance. Maintenance means making sure your Legion is all shiny and clean again. I've never seen
Yeah,
a
it's like
but
Japanese
Legatus
game.
Chimeras must
Southern
be
accent for some reason. Yeehaw!
And Lappy definitely likes a nice
At least it's not like
lap
Paula
on
Dean
deck.
levels of
So
bad.
Legions probably do too. After you clean them, you can change their armor's colors and show them off in style. Maybe old Lappy could use a change of color too. Anyway, gotta run, partner.
So, that's Neuron HQ in a nutshell. Thanks for sticking with the tour to the very end. As a reward for your dedication, here's your very own Lappy badge. Wear it with pride, partner.
Ooh, yeah, so 1 of 6 Lappy items, collect them all, see what happens. I better be getting a costume out of that. I better be able to run around the Lappy costume. Yeah, that's Evangelion color. Alright, let's do maintenance first. I don't know why, but I need to clean stuff off it. This makes me wonder, like, in a speed run, like, what they do for this. If they have to do any of this at all, like, if this actually does impact performance if you don't do it. Why, look, it's Unit 01, or 02, I should say. Yeah, it's... Well, I was saying earlier that this game copies a lot, or influenced a lot by Neon Genesis Evangelion. I'm not kidding, because that's the colors for Unit 02. Actually, no, not 02. Gosh, what was Shinji's head? Was he 4? I am such a terrible fan, I am blanking on this. Because 02 is Asuka's. I think he had 01. That's right, wow, I'm turning in my fan card. For those of you not familiar with Neon Genesis Evangelion, this is Shinji's robot, or Evangelion, he pilots in the show. You can kind of see the influence here. Just a little tiny bit. Ever so slight, barely noticeable. Wouldn't even make mention of it, but I need to. Yay, I successfully saved. Look at me, I am awesome. And with that, we've reached the end of the stream because I've been streaming for about 3.5 hours, and as I mentioned, I am dead tired. So most likely, probably come back, keep playing this again tomorrow, see where else it goes. Right now, opinions on it, not that great. It's not the worst game I've played. It's not unplayable or anything. It's not like River City Girls, which was on the Switch, turns out to be really bad, like 6 to 8 frames of input delay, whereas the PC version's like 4 and highly, like I was able to get through the first level no problem. It's not like that, but it's definitely going to take some adjusting, so I'll probably come back and keep playing this tomorrow. So for those of you who may not know, I do stream at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know when that is, just basically cut and paste exactly what I put into chat into Google. It'll tell you for wherever you are in the world. Also check me out on Twitter, Ursel555, so I always post up around 2 or 3 hours in advance what I'll be streaming and playing, or if I need to cancel for whatever reason, which is always a possibility with what's going on. I thought about it tonight, but then decided to do it anyway because I've been wanting to play this game. So I'll be back tomorrow, do some more Astral Chain, we'll see how it goes. So thank you for hanging out, see you next time. Also, before I go, shoutouts of course to Nimix. Yeah, Nimix. I almost said something different like Namek, like not Dragon Ball Z. So Nimix, Hold Your Fire, Mollusk showed up, T Wallace. I think that's just about it. Yeah, MNVLM, which even when asked, like, dude, how do you say your name? It's like, I don't know. It's like, all right, well, we gotta come up with a new nickname for you someday. All right, catch y'all next time.